to the very heart of who we are. Are we citizens of the greatest democracy on the face of the earth? Are we captains of our own fate? Or are we merely pawns in the geopolitical strategies of shadowy international financiers? Financiers that may even control our own Federal Reserve.
We as a nation are headed for an economic disaster. This is a story that you should not only watch, but you should also make sure the candidates who want your vote watch as well.
There's a dollar crisis out there, and people's money is being stolen. People who have saved, they're being robbed. I mean, if you have a devaluation of the dollar at 10%, people have been robbed of 10%. But how can you pursue this policy without addressing the subject that somebody's losing their wealth because of a weaker dollar, and it's going to lead to higher interest rates and a weaker economy?
What would be the first two things you would do if you were in Mr. Bernanke's seat tomorrow morning?
I would abolish the Federal Reserve and I would resign. Step one is abolish the Fed, and step two is resign.
How would this help the 300 million Americans that you say aren't being helped out by the Fed's activities yesterday?
Then we don't have anybody printing money. We don't have inflation in the land. We don't have a collapsing U.S. dollar. We start to have a sound currency again, and we start to get rid of inflation.
Man, David Walker, the Comptroller General of the United States. That's the government's accountant-in-chief.
Daunting fiscal reality.
For the last few years, he's been going around the country telling anyone who will listen that we're headed for an economic train wreck of catastrophic proportions.
That any serious candidate for the president, and most importantly, the two nominees for the major parties, that they make fiscal responsibility one of their top three priorities.